Hello, hello. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to VRML once again. We're in the right place at the right time for a stream here between Flare and Illuminaughty. I guess the other way around, but you get the drift. I'm Palidore here, joined by SputnikKobra again. Hello.
Hi, I am SputnikKobra, and I'm excited for this Master Divisional matchup between Illuminaughty and Flare. We've got great teams with great strategy and great execution, and I can't wait.
Well, you're gonna have to because not everyone's in the arena quite yet, but otherwise, same. It should be a entertaining matchup here. We're just waiting on one more player for the teams.
Looking at these teams' win rates, we've got all-time map history of the stadium. VRML shows that the only map we have is stadium.
Is that the official name for the arena? It's the stadium.
I think that's what VRML decided, and I think it's a fitting name.
Why not the arena?
Well, it is a stadium, I guess, of sorts.
You're a stadium.
I tried. But Illuminaughty coming in with a 78% win rate. They played 18 matches. They've won 4 of them. They've got 425 points. 425 points played, with 279 points scored. While Flare is coming in with 21 games played, 13 wins, a 62% win rate.
By games, you mean rounds, right? That confused me for a second there. Gotcha.
Yes, excuse me, rounds. With 431 points played and 247 points scored in this preseason.
I was about to say, what year is this? How many games did I miss? But yeah, they've had a lot of success there for Illuminaughty and Flare alike. Illuminaughty, oh, here we go, actually, ready to start the game. So, round 1 it shall be. Welcome to the match. Welcome everyone in the Twitch stream. Seeing Naven and Dap in there. So let's get it started. I'm Palidore once again, and I'm hydrated this time, so hopefully I can talk a little while at least. But we'll see about that. Speedy V coming through here off the first joust for Illuminaughty. The pass goes down low, but saved right out of there by Shepard. Doing exactly what he does, just because. And now, Shepard the goal on the other end just as well. Well, ain't that swell. Shepard getting it in for the first 3 points off of that 69-meter throw. Nice.
Tremendous read from the low shot at goal and an insane clear that resulted in a 3-pointer.
You'll gladly take that one. Got some hype in the chat for that and some bits to back it. I at least see a single one, and that's all that I need to sustain me. They're trying to sustain themselves is QL. Going for the pass, kind of clear, gets bounced all around and then back right into the hands of Speedy. QL is there as well. Gets it to Ender, and Ender up top here, looking for a cross maybe, either up top or down low. He has 2 options, but the one to Suburban they will go, and that's 2 points right quick now for Illuminaughty.
Great spacing, great pacing, screen pass right in front of the goal for Suburban to put it in at 2 meters.
Really nice. Quick goals here. Of course, the first one, intentional or not, but over on Flare's side. Shepard's going to QB. Oh, great grab by Ender. Now, he does that very well as well. Dating back to Pizza League, Ender was in frequent highlights, I know, when I was making those videos, because he would read those passing lanes so beautifully. He would come in and kind of bait a throw, a pass, but then he would pop up and then grab it out of midair. And he found himself so many open threes throughout 2019 just based on exactly what he did there.
Yeah, great full court press, predicting the pass play, and capitalizing off a not so strong pass.
Now, that shot will be just off there. Ender kind of floating back, almost thinking maybe it was guaranteed to be in. But no, that deep shot will not be gotten through the hands of Shepard. He knows exactly how to save those with consistency if you allow him those looks. But right here, Speedy going in for a pass over to Ender. And again, denied by Shepard, but Suburban there, the recovery.
Shepard's made 2 great passes, stopping an offenseman coming from below. But Illuminaughty crashed the net, got the stun on the goalie, and Suburban Legend slammed it right back in.
So quick start there for Shepard on the saves, but yes, the Illuminaughty offense there, ever aware. And then on the defense, just as well, getting it up there and trying to come down here for a look. It's Ender, cannot make a shot, but then the rebound goes right in.
Very fortunate rebound for Ender, bouncing off the lower crossbar right into his hands, and he just put it right in the goal.
Very fortunate turnaround. They're getting a lot of good defensive plays here in the bubble, giving him trouble, just kind of forcing Ender to take an earlier shot because he's already been saved against a couple times now from that defensive Shepard. So maybe took an earlier one, trying to go for the goalpost. He bounced off. That one's going to almost bounce in as it bounces off that pole. So in it'll go for Voodoo, but no, he gets stunned out by the stat coming through. Now Shepard will work it up the floor with a pass over to Voodoo. Space out here on the corner of the post, but then turned over, and QL finding that clear to the other side, trying to find a way. Shepard getting it out of the way and into the mid area. It's taken right back by Ender. Shepard retreating into the goal, right where he's most at home, especially in this first round, the first few minutes. BD going for that nice cross on over, and Ender will get it done.
Great spacing and great pacing. A lot of successive passes right below goal. And Shepard can't save them all.
He can certainly try, but indeed, if you're coming at you with a barrage of offense just like that, good luck. One of those shots will go in, even if it takes a few attempts against the likes of Shepard. So he's going to try and find a clear, but just getting punched in the face, and then in place for the 3. Great shot there from Speedy V.
Right off the defensive rollout, Ender went straight to goal, bounced off the backboard, and immediately pressured Shepard, not allowing him to get back into goal, allowing Speedy to get the long 3.
Starting to pile it on early here. And yes, hello to chat. See a bunch of people all up and active, and reactive is Ender yet again, piling on the points, and, well, raining and pouring. It is at the moment. That is such a quick start. 17 points already in 5 minutes.
Ender's positional strengths are just so strong. He knows how to read pass lanes. He shuts them down. His theory is just as strong as everyone else's.
Now, I know Illuminaughty is strong, but I did not expect this kind of start either, because Flare has been a super impressive team throughout this season as well. Their passing game has really surprised me with how collected it's been. Their defense speaks for itself. So I didn't expect quite this this differential looking into the first round, 5 minutes in, but that's how it is at the moment, and maybe looking for a borderline mercy situation, but that's a nice stun from Grumpy, and he'll get it out of there. So finally to the other side it goes. Been stuck in the blue side for a while. That said, it might just be heading right back there in a moment's notice. We'll see. Collecting it is Voodoo, only briefly. A little headbutt pass over to Grumpy. That was creative. Some brawls coming out, and then Shepard is going to check behind him for checking ahead, but Suburban making the shot go dead as he saves it, finds a clear, looks for his boost across the floor, but Shepard is there first on that approach, down into the tunnel, and taken by Grump.
Great 1v1 pressure out of the goal by Shepard. No, by Suburban. Suburban's a very tall man, so his reach is very long. He will shut down angles.
Yep, absolutely, and no reach at all in that comment. I mean, that is completely accurate. Got the defense. The reach not quite there for Voodoo on the missed grab, but luckily his teammates in the back line, Chrome, Platypus, over on out and trying to find a pass over to Grumpy. Grumpy is contested by Ender here. Got to watch those lanes anytime Ender's nearby. And now Q is going to find that clear quickly. To the sky they go. And high they will roll for maybe a goal if it doesn't sail past them, but it does. So right back once again to the other end. Fast pace. Looking like a race in outer space here in the arena. And just a miss clear, but we'll find maybe a bounce over to Voodoo's hands. Actually, he takes a deep one, cut off by Suburban. Grumpiest Broom right back. And now diving out is QL Young. Well played on that read. Gets a partial clear, but still not out of there yet. So now the disc kind of sticking on this side of the floor for a while. Just unfortunate that no score was able to happen. But now going out for that deep one. Oh, just gets the save at the last second. Chrome maybe finding himself a bit surprised that disc seemed to just glide right by his head. Like, oh, I'll take this. I'll take disc. But QL Young trying to make a pass. That will not miss. Over to Suburban on the other end, going down low to Ender. Ender to the goal. And that is over, and Ender and out, and 19-3. They're gonna go out strong here the last couple minutes of this round.
Calm, collected play. They approach bubble. They take their shots. They have the 1v1. And Ender placed it perfectly in the upper quadrant.
Ender, always a good striker, but especially proving, his worth right now in this season. Because previously he hadn't been playing on going in for a play here. Actually, Suburban assisted by Ender, but Ender played a bit in last season, certainly. But this is the first time he finds himself now with a top team, veteran players, and kind of leading the way right up there in the upper part of the ladder, contesting those top teams as good as anyone else. So a minute 15 left on this. The rollout coming from Grumpiest Broom and Shepard. The cut off again. There's Ender with once again a deep and game round-ending shot. So indeed, that was Ender's game, which chat confirmed.
Once again, showing that Ender's positional awareness, his positional placement is, leagues beyond what it used to be. I mean, it's leagues beyond what I'm capable of. And it's terrific play. He shuts down passing lanes. He puts pressure on the defense at full court presses. And if you're not putting pepper behind those throws, he's going to read them and he's going to grab them.
I mean, he's going to pepper him in is what he's doing. Look at that. 15 points for Ender, as well as a couple assists and 12 stuns. We did get a crash. Hopefully rejoin here. QL Young missing. And actually two people seems like leaving. So one over on Flair's side as well, dipping out momentarily. Shepard, it looks like. So maybe a restart situation if they can't get back in the next 20 seconds or so, or maybe just start 3v3, who knows? But we'll see.
Yeah, maybe they'll be taking a timeout, waiting for both teammates to come back. No one wants to see a 3v3. I certainly don't.
Oh, now 2 players missing for Illuminaughty, so kind of guaranteed the restart here indeed. Now both Speedy and QL. Oh, Speedy on the other end. I got you.
Yeah, Speedy's communicating with them.
Right. Maybe discussing the 3v3. But yeah, ideally, not going to be the case, and since it's between rounds, it's easy to get a little time in here for a return on the players.
So Shepard has returned. Now we're just waiting on QL. And just another shout out to QL Young. If you use the positional plugin for Mumble, make sure to share your thanks with him, because he's the one responsible for developing it and sharing it with the community. And the community members like him are what makes this community so great.
Absolutely. And for those who might not understand the reference here, so we talked about it in some of our other streams today. But Mumble, there is a Mumble plugin that that's available, and thanks to QL Young, that allows positional audio, so 3D audio to be had, but in private comms in Echo Arena. So your team can get on this Mumble server using this plugin, and you can and you can actually hear each other, in the 3D space, kind of like you do in public matches, but with the benefits of closed comms for that teamwork. So if you're not using it and you're playing competitively, you're going to be at a big disadvantage. So definitely get on that if you haven't already, but a lot of teams definitely have been.
And if you aren't aware of what Mumble is, because
it's what I do sometimes when I get lazy.
You may have not used Mumble since Discord has become so popular in the past 5 years, but Mumble is its own standalone client for voice applications. And you would join a server and you install the plugin and it's good to go. As long as you join the 2 servers that are made available, one server is for EU and there's one server for NA players. If you ask in the Discord, we can pin you to the right resources. We can show you the right server information to join, because really, the more people use it, the better it is. It's a great resource. It's a great asset to the community, and I can't speak highly enough of it.
Absolutely. Get Mumble. You won't tumble. I'm doing a thumbs up right now. figure
And
if I do enough of those, like eventually we'll get sponsored by one of the companies or whatever that I choose over. Yes, go ahead. We're getting ready to start the second round. Get to Lands-In though.
Oh yeah, there should probably be a resource page. We have the GitHub, so you just have to go to the pin and then go to the GitHub, and it's all maintained through there. But if you need any other information, feel free to send me a PM and I can help you.
Yeah, there you go. Sputnik, always the help here in the community. To have him casting beside us, and I suppose I forgot the intermission, so we have about 30 seconds left because of the little mid-round intermissions. So all good there, and indeed hello to everyone in the chat, so I guess I'll be able to get to that real quick, and I'm just gonna run through it. So hello again to Naven, to Dap One Sun, Venom, and Fars, VTS all up in there as well, looking at the stars. It's Rox Titan, it's Miss Bright Stars, there she is again, and then Miss Mount Bright Stars, never mind, I messed up that, my friend. So Dap One Sun, Lanzun, Rox Titan, got a ton of people to get through here before this round is done, but oh, we're going, round 2 starting, so let's get to it.
I definitely want to say to Dap One Son, if you want to play this game at the highest level and not have any difficulties associated with the quest, I would get the Rift S.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, I love my CV1, but at this point, it's kind of, you know, the antiquated version, I suppose. I mean, Rift S definitely has benefits, at least with the no sensors, things like that. I mean, pluses and minuses to it all, but indeed, you're going to be better off and more future-proof going with the S at this point, but being there for the first point, Suburban, assisted by Q.
And just to finish that, Dep 1, I'm sure that if you have any questions, you can ask Lanzin, and Lanzin will let you know.
Yep, he is man with the land. And off to the launch now, Shepard, just quickly disposing of the disc, getting rid of that off the 3-man stack here from Illuminaughty. That's an interesting strategy. Does by Voodoo and his team here the possession. Ender almost getting that one and trying to sidewind and find somewhere to go, but nothing else but the back of the goal. QL taking that over for his team, and then back it goes into the other side. The tunnel, and oh, just cut off there by Q again. One more to Ender, getting punched. So back and forth, they cannot get through this tunnel. They're gonna need to find somewhere else, and they do with that mid-clear. Rolling on in might be at the expense of an open goal. Fair quick here. Nice. Oh, catch. Just kind of mishandled. Tapped out of there. Recollected only for a second because now it's Chrome Platypus, Grumpiest Broom. They both are there for the pile up and the rejection into the backfield. But QL is there along with Speedy, and they're going to get there appropriately, speedily. Down now to the corner just outside the bubble. Suburban. Testing it, trying to collect it. Chrome Platypus is there as well. And now that is actually gonna roll for Chrome. 52 meters out. That's the second time now we've seen, I mean, Flare having trouble scoring at times so far in this match, and yet 2 of their goals coming off of really deep shots from way down.
Yeah, great shots.
They will take it. A Speedy gonna make it. The pass, that is, over to QL. And now a stray clear gonna be intercepted here. Shepard taking that out, but in the back line there are 3 players up from Illuminaughty. None of them can actually grab the disc, however. So trying to find another one, but again, this contested tunnel area, I think both teams need to stay away from here because that disc has been turned over about 10 different times in that tunnel. For Ender looking for the trouble. Barely bouncing that in off the top of the goalpost.
Great shot. He took that disc, he pivoted, and he released it. No time.
Doesn't
delay.
He doesn't need a lot of time to shoot it, that is for sure. But Ender did have, I believe, the 15 points in the first round. We got the restart, of course. So take that into account. I mean, Ender's, I believe, the second highest scoring differential in the... Actually, no, the first highest, and going in for another one from high up top, I should say. So Ender's had a 41-point game in VRML.
Again, this is the strength of Illuminati's full court press. They're not allowing Flair to move up. They're making crucial stops in the backfield, and they're capitalizing on them with threes.
Absolutely. And Ender, though, paving the way. So you got to give compliments over. Oh, almost the turnover to Ender's teammates there on Illuminaughty. They really, for as good as a striker as he is, trying to do it right there, it's going to be stolen. His teammates really help enable him on a lot of these shot opportunities. I mean, just doing the job on the back line so he can work it to the front line, but Shepard will save that in time because that is exactly what he does. Shep herds those discs at every opportunity, and over in the deep end, it's Shepard again with another clear. But yeah, Ender's teammates really enable him quite a bit to score and just kind of go ham at times. Right there, just going ham, and then the slam, and that is the man Ender supplying another goal. Currently up to 8 points in this round, so combined with his first round effort before the restart, he's up to 23.
Ender using his characteristic, disc release to the block, back to disc possession. It's very strong. It's very hard to predict.
Now just trying to predict this bounce. Is going to be taken there by Chrome. He's going to have it intercepted by Speedy. So now into the midline it will go. Shepard finding the disc for a moment. Getting it to Chrome Platypus. Looking for that cross on an open goal, but just sails past his hands. Rebounded there by Shepard. Another one sailing past the hands. Unforced turnover perhaps as Ender turns him on over with that brutal punch. And then the clear. Now on the other side, finding it with a lot of time, it's Speedy.
Speedy and Suburban followed that clear with incredible speed, leaving no time for Flair to get back on defense and respond to it.
Not bad at all for Illuminaughty, but not what Flair wanted. Now, they are being held currently, that is, Illuminaughty being held to less points so far than they ended up with last time, but will that sustain itself? We'll see. But at the moment, just suffocating defense and offense from that matter from Illuminaughty. Ender doing a lot of the damage, obviously, but Chrome here going to take that shot. That's a little bit too to the side, and one of those where the few times they do have open goals, wishing they could capitalize on that one. They might have another attempt here. The careful pass just sails through the hands, recollected by Shepard, but saved out by Ender. Now he's contributing the defense. Are you kidding me? I mean, he already has a midfield defense. He already has a shots. Now he's saving goals. What can't he do?
He might be the most well-rounded player in the game right now.
Now downfield, trying to find another well-rounded collection before the back pass deflected off the island, so taken back by Grumpiest Broom. They do have a number situation here. They should press it. They will press it, and they will get it as a result. And that was a nice full court, boost into the numbers advantage, 3-on-1, and then they got that done.
Collected play, fundamental play. They missed a lot of open threes that have really hurt them this round. And they needed something that was simple and easy.
And that kind of passing play is just, I mentioned earlier in the cast, that's what Flair has done an incredibly good job of in many of their games. So far, just kind of struggling against the defense, it seems, from Illuminaughty, but we know when they're on a roll, Flair is very, very good at those passes once they get it to this side of the floor. But right now, just spending a lot of time on the wrong end of the floor for Flair. So this time, though, a stack might get them the disc. It will buy them a shot, but in the back line, Speedy cutting it off. The other end it goes. QL this time. He will take a deep shot. That's going to be a little bit off. Still rebounded at the other end by Ender. And he's going to come away with that. Upside down on the ceiling. And then finding the deep shot. Is it going to be good? It will be from Grumpiest Broom. Absolutely. What a shot.
Great, terrific 57-meter mail slot that just cruised right in. Great shot from Grumpy. That's what they need.
He lined that baby up from orbit. I'm not talking about the team, but that was a deep shot and just picture perfect. I mean, if it was even a centimeter off, that would not have gone in at that point. It was so close. And that one not being made either, so a good opportunity, but couldn't quite convert. So as a result, Ender will get that and clear it on out of there. It's a 4-point game, but only a minute and a half remaining in the second round. And right now, that shot from QL Young is going to really hurt the efforts of Flair coming back here late.
6 points down and 2 possessions. They're going to have to make some magic happen.
That they will. Only a minute left. I mean, not impossible, just one of those situations where it's unlikely. At the very least, they got to be happy with the fact that they have come back. They've held Illuminaughty here to a lower scoring overall. Looking forward is Grumpiest Broom, and he'll be trying to convert a pass here for maybe another shot opportunity. So Grumpiest going across. Actually, off the bounce, it's just going to float into the hands of Chrome, and then crossing it over, and then it will be in for Shepard. But with only 32 seconds left and down by 4 points, just no time on the board to actually win this one. It's just unfortunate because they've made some nice moves. But, you know, time is the name of the game when it gets down to it.
Well, with 15 seconds left, I think hope is very slim. And Illuminaughty's just going to run out the clock with strong possessive play.
Yep, 5 seconds left to do it. Just one more pass over on. And then a bounce going to be a bit off. So with that said, it will be the 14-10 victory in this second round and the two-round win for the series on Illuminaughty. Third round yet to be played still. But yes, give us a look at them stats.
So I believe that we lost stats from the first round. So this is just the second round. But Illuminaughty leading their team with the victory. Ender easily leading the team. Ender with 8 points, 2 saves, 1 steal, and 19 stuns. With a lot of those stuns doing his offensive dribble where he drops the disc, provokes the stun from the enemy player, picks it right back up, and dunks it. So then we have Suburban leading with 2 points, 1 assist, 6 stuns. Speedy V with 2 points, 1 assist, 1 save, 10 stuns. QL Young with 2 points, 1 assist, 2 saves, 8 stuns. And rounding it up for Flair, a nice even distribution with Voodoo 25 with 2 points, 13 stuns. Chrome Platypus with 3 points, 2 assists, 1 steal, 7 stuns. Grumpy, 3 points, 14 stuns. Shepard, 2 points, 1 assist, 3 saves, and 4 stuns.
And that was the list. Numbers. So we'll be now off to the third and final round. We will go. And here it is. Joust underway. Taken first by Ender, getting it to QL Young. So Ender, he had those 8 points. Going in for the shot, actually, QL Young. It will be got. Say Ender had about 8 points in that second round, 5 minutes through, and then for the last 5 minutes, just scoreless. And I think that was a testament, too, to the comeback that we started seeing there from Flair, starting to deny it better and start getting their offense worked in. Now, Lanzan asking about the instant replays. I sort of have them, but also sort of not.
It's a work in progress.
I've got stuff worked out. The thing is, it works most of the time, but then like 5% of the time, it'll just spit out the wrong clip for some reason. Now going in, not clipping anything, but the bottom of the goal, it's Ender. So maybe he heard what I said and getting right back into it with that dead-eye shot.
Turning and burning that shot at 27 meters for the 5-point lead, Illuminaughty over Flair.
Illuminaughty right now up by 5 already. Couple goals here in the third of Voodoo. Trying to get this turn around, but Suburban will cause a turnover. So Speedy V will be there now. Have a shot at the goal, but beautiful save. Shepard getting in the way, but Ender paving the way for another goal. And it will roll. 7 points now for Illuminaughty.
You know, when it comes down to putting trust in your teammate, he waited for his teammate to take the shot, reacted at goal, stole it from the goalie, and Ender doing what Ender does best.
Absolutely. And so far, I mean, it's basically, a movable object, unstoppable force. Or did I do that backwards? Either way, though, I mean, Shepard getting a lot of saves at the goal, but then Ender getting these second attempts and causing just a lot of contempt on the part of Flair, because, they're getting these saves with a great defense, but then he just comes in and then he finds a way, makes stuff happen. Right now, Voodoo trying to do the same. Suburban the overtake, and we'll probably look for that ramp shot. Looks like it will be rolling on in just about, but it will be offline. Rebounded here by Q, contested by Chrome. Then over to Ender, who will miss, and then back it goes. The more brawls for the recovery. Good pass up top, and then down low. Speedy will go.
So 4v4 does not offer the comforts that 3v3 offers for goalies. Whereas before you had the time to make the save, roll out from goal, and get the clear. If you make a saving goal, you got to slap it, and you got to hope that your team gets it, clears it.
It's difficult, most definitely. I mean, it was already, again, difficult in 3v3, but now in 4v4, just all the more. But here going in for another score opportunity. That bounce should find his teammate eventually. So Chrome takes that away. Taking position is Grumpiest in the shoulder. Now the disc holder, Voodoo, cannot find it through to his teammate. Bottom ramp collection, some deflection, some punches. And now a cut. Maybe one more for a dunk down below. Chrome now breaking off, going for that pass. Another one down low to Voodoo, going up, but saved by Suburban. So tough angle there. Everyone for Flair on the floor. So no one from Illuminaughty even really bothering to look up high. They were just prepared for that low catch. It will flow here on the catch to QL. Tap pass from Ender, and Suburban Legend putting it home. True to his name, Suburban Lee.
Again, great passing, forcing Flair to respond and pressure, putting them out of position, and that perfect slap pass. Can't do any better than that.
It was a great tap pass there. Those kind of quick reactions, so good for just keeping the defense honest and on their toes. That's a good looking pass there to Voodoo, though. Voodoo backing that out, though, because of the quick stack. Shepard trying to retain it. Does obtain it. And Grumpiest Broom will lose it, though. He gets the stun. But out on the other side, maybe another open goal opportunity for Burbs here, but it will not be quiet in. So right back on out now as this pass goes down low to the Burbs again. Now he's going to try and find Speedy. Speedy going to Q, but having it stolen, Voodoo finds a soft clear off the punch. Shepard coming along for it. Could that be another beautiful shot? It is! So Grumpy first, Shepard next. These two showing that when it comes to mail slots, they're the best. Getting it done.
Yeah, terrific shot at 48 meters. And it was no slouch, traveling at 17 meters a second. Good shot.
It was a kind of tough angle, that one too. I mean, mail slots are always going to be a little bit tough inherently, but it wasn't one of those where it can really take a lot of time to line it up from way up high either. He had to really slide that by and finesse it. But he did. Just that. Now QL coming back, getting stunned. Good punch there from Voodoo. Speedy will obtain that disc right back for his team. Trying to send one, but gets sent out. Shepard, other side. Once again, coming here quickly in the stride. It's Grumpiest first, taking these shots, but a little bit off there. I think we've seen a few of these now from Flair where they have some open goals but couldn't quite convert. That said, though, will not make him heard because it's another save. And was that Ender again? Please tell me it wasn't, because I don't think I can handle him.
Ender made the great behind-the-back shot save.
All those moves, I don't think I can accept the fact that he's actually doing all of it, that he is. Just such a strong effort. And now a strong shot. Oh, it's going to be saved just barely. Still right back to Ender. Now Speedy finding a nice pass, but oh, they behind the back dunk. just gets slammed on the goal post, so gets stuffed. Oh, but a shot and save. That's a gorgeous one from Shepard now. What a play. That was an amazing pass. Another behind the back, but it's saved out there by Shepard, showing that he is a pro in the goal. Knows exactly what to do every time, it would seem. And now coming here with an opportunity, Speedy V finds the tunnel, and that will be finally out of here. On the other side, QL stopping by, saying hi to the goal. And that's 13-3 as Illuminaughty shall continue to roll.
And this third round has proved to be a lot more physical than the last ones, with these stuns cranking up. Ender with 30 stuns, Grumpy with 25. They're the ones bruising on their teams.
Just a great all-around effort here. You can see the stack collecting in the back for Illuminaughty. Flare now trying to find their way. That's a good-looking pass to Voodoo, quickly getting rid of it. Another nice one, so beautiful rollout here from Flare. They're going to go up in there, but it is a very hairy situation, but finding it anyway is Voodoo making a play.
Great shot. I don't even think the goalie expected that.
Yeah, sometimes so quick on those shots that they're hard to read. A Joker is one of those teams that are really good with them historically. They take many of players off guard with the shots they're actually willing to take and make. You know, those threes, they're uncanny at sliding them through. Right now, that's kind of what they did there on that play. So Flair trying to maybe recreate some of that magic and go in here for the attack. It will be just a one-on-one. And Voodoo gets that one done.
No slouch, a 17-meter second shot at 5 meters.
We're seeing another comeback of sorts late. Unfortunately, it's the same case where it's very narrow amount of time. If they can get a couple quick threes, it is not out of the question, but it's just these comebacks for Flair coming a little bit too late in the rounds. Last 2 rounds now. Trying to make something happen on defense just to cause a turnover, but for Illuminaughty, they just need to make sure they don't have a turnover. And that one will be, though, because Voodoo there, Grumpy is there as well. They both dove upon it, looking for the clear and boost. The boost a little bit slower than they would like, but maybe can get there still to contest. Now on the other side, taken by Chrome. Sorry, go ahead.
A lot of solid give-and-go plays, but they just get stopped in the bubble by Flair's, strong physical defense.
And there's the offense. Not too strong on that one. It was just a nice, soft little dunk with the clock winding down. Ender had some time, so he didn't need to exert himself overly for that one.
Well, Flair knows that they have no time left, and they need to play it. They need to play it hard. They need to boost. They need to create these chances. And when you try and create these chances, you create an open goal, and that can put you at a disadvantage. But
one more shot, however. I mean, that was a beautiful rollout despite the results of the game. Grumpy is assisted by Shepard on that deep rollout, and that was a nicely executed play. But 15-9, it will be on the victory for Illuminaughty.
A great showing, a 3-sweep from Illuminaughty. They played strong offensive play, incredibly strong offensive play from Ender. Ender was able to position himself in great positions, as redundant as that sounds. His positional awareness, his positional theory is solid. It's something to study if you're an up-and-coming player. His ability to put himself in a position to force the team to make disadvantageous decisions and then capitalize on them, and then following them up with great threes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he plays it. Told you, he plays that midline sometimes, gets those intercepts, and just knows where to back off and just play the passing lane. And yet you also see him there with 33 stuns, the highest since that restart anyways for everyone in the game. So he plays the lanes when he needs to, but he gets kind of in the mix. He gets down in the dirt with the brawls when he needs to as well. And then he gets the 15 points, the 3 assists, the 3 saves. I mean, that is pretty much an MVP caliber game if I've ever seen one across the stat sheet there. And indeed, the game agrees.
Ender might be one of the players to watch out for in terms of season 1. He's definitely a player to watch out for than preseason. He is such a strong player, and he has the ability to excel on this team like he has he hasn't happened or he hasn't had the ability to do on previous teams. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this team plays when the season starts.
Yeah, and you know what? Interestingly enough, just looking at the team stats real quick too. I mean, there's not a huge amount of separation in most of these categories, at least the ones with any big numbers behind them. I mean, it's obviously to Illuminati's advantage there, but not so heavily that you would think that they had as dominant of a performance as it was. And I think some of it too, just maybe some of those open goals not capitalized upon on Flair's side. And meanwhile, for Illuminati, it just seems like they couldn't miss for a time. Now, Flair did have those excellent clears, or those excellent, I should say, mail slot shots, as well as those clear shots from like the full court. But
they missed too many. They made a lot of highly unlikely threes, but the threes that they should have made that would have turned the tide in the second round, they missed. And if they go back and watch the game tape, they'll see it and they'll figure out what they need to do to make sure that doesn't happen in the next game.
Yeah, and they made some really nice late game runs in both the second round and the third round. So I think just being able to sort of erase, or at least look at what happened in the first half of those two rounds, and then kind of look at the second rounds and just see what brought them more success. That execution on the offense, and just capitalizing on those opportunities a bit more. But good takeaways for them. But meanwhile, Illuminati, as we said, coming away with a good performance, quite dominant there from Ender in particular. But I'll stop saying his name now because I've said it a lot. And we will.
Ender,
All right,
MVP.
That's the end of that. Okay, we're gonna go to another game here very soon. It's going to be Orbit versus More S'mores. That's happening in 17 minutes. So we're gonna come back with that match. Sputnik will be casting that one with the Zucks, and I will be casting Rampage versus Ironic at the same time. So we'll be on a couple different channels there. So join us again very, very soon. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll be back momentarily.